to the big leagues.
Yes, after a lapse of 17 years, Anand College finally in the top division of schools rugby once again, and we have a double header once again for you today from Havelock Park. Anand College taking on Richmond College Galle, that is live right now, and later on mouth-watering encounter between Trinity College and St. Thomas's College for the President's Trophy quarterfinals, Arvin.
Yeah, absolutely. The President's Trophy has been heating up with quite a few schools providing some entertaining and mouth-watering action from all over the island. And the lads from the hill country and the lads from the school by the sea will be taking to the field at 3:45. But right here, right now, it's going to be yet another fixture that will be kicking off at 1 p.m. on the dot at Havelock Park.
Yes, and all these matches brought to you live by none other than Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. As we take a look at the league groups, 18 teams participating in segment A this time around, Arvin.
St. Peter's College leading the pack, Ananda College looking to extend their strong foray into the big leagues. Wesley College, Science College, St. Anthony's and Anand rounding out Group A. And Group B, Nathan?
Yes, in Group B we have Isipadana College, the defending champions of the President's Trophy, St. Thomas's College, who are looking quite strong this time, Zaira College, Dharmaraj College, Kingswood College, who put up an excellent fight versus Royal in their encounter last week, and newcomers Mahanama College to round out Group B.
And Group C, led by the Tuskers from Reed Avenue, Royal College, and the Hill Country counterparts, Trinity College, Vidyartha College, St. Joseph's College from Dali Road, Sri Sumangala College and Thurston College, one of the relative newcomers to the league, rounding out the action at Group C.
Yes, and last week we saw the pre-quarterfinal segment of the President's Trophy. It was Wesley College against St. Joseph's College. Wesley too looking quite strong this time around, 36-23. DSNR College with a brilliant second half comeback to beat the Hill Country boys, Dharmaraj College 48-29, and a close encounter here at Havelock Park. Zaira College edging past Vidyartha 16 points to 12, and Isipatana with a relatively comfortable victory over Sri Sumangala College 61-0.
And as for St. Thomas's College, it was easy work against Science at the CRNFC grounds, 59-35, and likewise again Trinity College just ran rampant against St. Anthony's, their Hill Country counterparts at CRNFC, 62-45. And for St. Peter's College, again, it was a drubbing against Thurston College, 51-8. They had a very comfortable outing in their pre-quarterfinal. And for Royal College versus Kingswood College, the game of the week for me, it was a very tight fixture, 28-24. Kingswood College almost came out with an upset overall college, but the Tuskers won out in the end.
Yes, indeed, Arvin. Kingswood College looking like a much stronger outfit this time around after just one victory in the last two seasons. Hopefully they can put up a big fight in the league stage, and we saw some promising signs, as you said, at CRNFC last weekend.
Absolutely. And they have been stalwarts of the school rugby game for so many decades now. One of the founding members of the school rugby circuit, and he is hoping that they'll be able to put up an excellent fight.
Yes, Kingswood College, as we all know, the first school to commence rugby in Sri Lanka. As you see, the Ananda boys just going through their warm-ups before kickoff, and we'll head into a short commercial break, and with team news on the other side. Stay tuned with the Papare.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තුමි සර විහිදේ හිට් එක සිත බැන්දා ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් අපේ හිට් එක බැද්දේ වටේ හොටල් ස්පයිසි ගෑස් මාතේ රසේ ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆාම් තමයි.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
විහිළු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැටකට සුපර්.
As the pioneer in Sri Lanka's bottled water industry, American Water has set the standard for over 3 decades, made to be shared between friends. To fuel your next move. For a festive family meal. To help you stay hydrated wherever you may roam. For over 30 years, we've brought the Earth's bounty directly to you, wherever you are, whatever your needs.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැම සිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ, ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chill when lemon. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Our forests come in many forms. They can be up in the hills or down in the plains, fed by the rain or sculpted by the sun. Our forests are deeply rooted in us. They are a living inspiration.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තුමි සර විහිදේ හිටක සිත බැන්දා මාතේ ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් බබේ
හිටක බදේ වටේ
හොටල් ස්පයිසි ගස් මාතේ රසේ ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆාම් තමයි.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තියේ කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා පිටියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
Swiss Tech Skim Coat finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Creamy richness. Redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Super Seal for waterproofing. Tokyo Super Seal. Do it right the first time.
එක පැත්තකින් වහගෙන ඉඳි තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චෞමරි අක්කා ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
Swiss Tech Tile Adhesive අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Yes, welcome back to Havelock Park as Richmond College goal and Ananda College gearing up for their Premier Trophy encounter in the quarter-final segment. Ananda College, of course, newbies to Division 1 Segment A after their heroics in this division last time round, but still have to compete in the Premier Trophy for their knockout title. and they are returning to the top flight after a lapse of 17 long years. So I'm sure they'll be pumped up. So we take a look at how the Dialog Schools rugby season for 2025 is set to pan out. We had our pre-quarter finals from the 25th to 27th April. That was last weekend. And 3rd and 4th of May, the quarter-final segment. 9th and 11th of May, we'll have our two semi-finals and the finals of the Dialog Schools rugby knockouts for the President's Trophy on 18th May 2025. And after a short break, the league segment will kick off on the 6th June and will go until 6th July before the Super Round from 18th July to 10th August. And lots of strong outfits this time around, and all of them will be fancying their chances at claiming that coveted crown for the Dialog Schools Rugby League. You see the boys from Galle just going through their warm-ups. We're only 15 minutes or so away from kickoff, and they'll be raring to go. Of course, last season, Richmond College Galle suffered a heavy defeat at the hands of Ananda College, 76-18 down at Galle, and they'll be hoping that they can make amends for that defeat. Anand College boys going through their warm-ups as well. Of course, they reached the finals of this competition last time around and narrowly lost out to Maradana College at this very venue, Havelock Park. And again, they'll too be hoping to make amends and hopefully go all the way this time around in the Premier Trophy. There's a narrow defeat against Maradana, and as we know, Maradana College as well will be competing in the top flight this time around in the Dialog Schools Rugby League. Yes, Richmond College Galle and Ananda College just going through the motions before kickoff. And today we have a double header live from Havelock Park, so do stay tuned to Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. We have Trinity College Kandy taking on St. Thomas's College, both with rather emphatic victories in the pre-quarter final segment. St. Thomas's College beating their local rivals Science College 59-35 in what was a high-scoring encounter at Longdon Place. And Trinity thumping St. Anthony's College 62 points to 5. And I'm sure both teams looking rather strong in 2025, and they'll be fancying their chances against each other as they both compete for the Dialog Schools Rugby Knockout crown. Of course, Wesley College and Isipatana looking quite strong as well. Take a look at the roadmap to the finals. So you're saying Trinity College Kandy and St. Thomas's College both with convincing victories, and they'll lock horns in today's quarterfinals. Desira College edged past Vidyartha at Havelock Park last week, and St. Peter's College thumped Thurston College but have unfortunately been forced to pull out of the knockout segment. So Zaira College have been handed a bye and have already received qualification to the semi-finals. DSNI College and Royal College will be locking horns tomorrow, as well as Wesley College, who are looking good this time around as well, taking on defending champions Isipatana College at the Royal Complex. And both those matches live tomorrow on the Papare. So yes, plenty of action-packed stuff lined out from April all the way until August for the Dialog Schools rugby season, as we'll head into another short commercial break with team news and kickoff on the other side.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
හරි ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
රුපියල් 50 මැලිබන් සේවරි පොඩ්ඩෝ එක මැච් එකට සෙට් වෙන්න.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
That was summer refresh when the train got to go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
හරි ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
So yes, welcome back to Havelock Park as we are moments away from kickoff in this Premier Trophy quarter-final clash between Anand College and Richmond College Galle. Both teams still going through their warm-ups. It's a slight delay in the boys from Maradana reaching the grounds today. So wouldn't be surprised if kickoff is delayed by a few minutes. As you can see, hot and humid conditions today at Havelock Park, and great for some good running rugby, which I'm sure will entice both these sides, especially Anand College, as they look to make their mark on this Premier Trophy and really send a message to the other teams competing in Division 1 Segment A of the Dialog Schools Rugby League. But I'm sure Richmond College Galle, who with all due respect will be underdogs today, will have something to say about that as they too head back into their locker rooms to get into their stripes for this clash. As I welcome Arvin back into the comm box. Good afternoon.
A very good afternoon to you, Nathan. How is it looking like out on the outfield? It's a very, very sunny day, and a very sunny Saturday here at Havelock Park. So it's going to be no easy feat for these two teams to go out there and do battle for 80 minutes.
Yes, of course, conditions do play a part as well, but what will entice both these sides is that conditions are perfect for some good running rugby, Arvin.
Yeah, absolutely. And earlier you could see both sides during their drills just scoping out the field, and these two sides have done battle before, and for Ananda College especially, this is their opportunity to make a statement of intent before they do battle against tough opposition out in the Division A segment.
Yes, this Premier Trophy, great opportunity for Anand College to get their hands on some silverware in their first season back up in the top flight. Of course, the President's Trophy can only accommodate the 16 teams, so the new boys Anand and Mahanam will have to compete in the Premier Trophy for one more season until we have some relegation candidates from segment A. And yes, plenty of sport in action across Sri Lanka these few months or so. Arvin, well and truly into the Dialog Schools rugby season, and we have the national side as well, the Sri Lankan Tuskers, with a historic 2-test series against the under-85 All Blacks. First game of which kicks off tomorrow at Nittavala.
And I believe the second game will take place here in Colombo at the Racecourse Rugby Grounds on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. And it's very exciting forays in the sport of rugby in the Sri Lankan context, and as you can see, the game is expanding at a faster rate than ever before. Expanded leagues, new oppositions for the national side to do battle against, and really we are seeing the standard being raised.
Yes, definitely, Arvin. Rugby is always a sport that has had a very passionate following in Sri Lanka, and it's great to see that the local administration getting their act together and giving these boys an opportunity to prove themselves on the international stage ahead of some important World Cup qualifying matches to come in June against the likes of Hong Kong and South Korea.
Absolutely, and it's interesting that you mentioned those two sides, because those two, aside from Japan, are in the running to qualify as Asian outfits for the World Cup set to be held in Australia. So if Sri Lanka can outwit those two outfits, of course not to jinx anything, but we may be seeing the Lankan Tuskers on the world stage.
Yes, definitely, Arvin, a golden opportunity for all the Asian sides. In fact, Asia being given one more slot for that 2027 World Cup. As you see, the boys from Maradana taken to the field. And yes, that's not all. We have plenty of cricket in action as well, part of the Dialog's big match season. And today, just across town at the SSC, we have St. Peter's College taking on St. Joseph's College for the 51st Peter Pillen Memorial Shield. And action from that game too live on the Papare.
Absolutely. It's been an exciting season of cricket this year. Almost all the traditional big match encounters being expanded to 3-day fixtures. And it's been very sporting from the administrations in power to expand the duration of the game. So the sides in context can push for results. In general, just a very terrific sporting season in the country.
Yes, as we'll take a look at the team cards as the teams take to the field. For Ananda College, in the front row we have Dasanayak, Pereira and Dilshan, and Gunaratna and Senadira in that lock combination, and Paliyavadana, Kodituakku and Vimala Surya to round out the pack. And for the backs we have Randinu, Vijayavardhana in that half-back combination, Prabhu and Henuka on the wing, Kaushal and Shamudita in that centre position, and Attanayaka, the full-back.
And for the lads from down south, heading the pack is loose head prop Sanjuguranmal, hooker Manohar, prop Sharada, and Bevan Wales and Vihaga Divakar forming the lock combination, and the flanks consisting of Nirmal and Senrat. Right flanker Senrat number 8, Netmira. Halfback combination consisting of Ahmed and Denuan. Udita Priya forming the wing, and the two centers Vishmeet and Netaka. And on the blind side we have Hevage, and with the full-back consisting of Heshara and Rasanjit Sadev Midigaspe forming the bench. And I think there's not going to be too many formalities to this game, Nathan. Seems the referee has called both sides onto the field. It's going to be a quick start to play.
Yes, as we were saying on air earlier, both teams faced a slight delay in reach in Havelock Park today, so the referees too were a bit urgent to get proceedings underway, especially since we have a double header lined up today from Havelock Park. As our referee blows for the kickoff, and it's Ananda College in their yellow and maroon jerseys to kick from right to left on your screen in this first half. And the kickoff well collected by the number 5 for Richmond College goal. And the backs for Richmond a bit slow off the blocks, but nonetheless that kick from base by their scrum half well collected, and it's Richmond College now with possession close to the halfway line.
Yeah, Big Lad tries to go for the hit. Caught in a stalemate. Good defense from Ananda to answer the call here. Goes down. Center taking stage here now.
Yes, good rush defense from Ananda College to keep Richmond on the halfway line, and they'll look to work their line as they have an extra man on the outside, but brought down brilliantly just next to touch, and they'll be forced to go inside now, will the boys from Galle.
Yeah, good stuff here from Ananda College to really rush the defense and crowd that back line.
Yes, but yes, Richmond College just moving laterally here, losing a few meters as well, as the ball is brilliantly turned over, but illegally, says the referee. And the penalty taken quickly by the fly half to his center. And they'll be looking to work this one wide. They have a couple of extra men out wide. Don't know if the man in that number 12 jumper can spot that. And it's brought down just outside Ananda's 22. And he'll look to go to his forwards to gain a few meters for his side.
Ananda once again, so far so good with their defense. Just looked a tad out of sorts with that earlier penalty. But as for Richmond, they made plenty of ground here. Just a few feet away from that 22.
Yes, have won that early penalty for an offside call right outside the 22 and decided to go to the post. Go for the post in just the 3rd minute, Arvin, but that is the nature of knockout rugby.
Absolutely. You need to draw first blood as early as you can, and it's an interesting call, but nevertheless the right one from Richmond here, and there will be the fly half, Pramita Denwan with the boot.
Yes, if he makes this kick, will put a cure to those early nerves, but the kick is wavered, say, to touch judges, and an opportunity wasted for Richmond College.
Yeah, that seemed to be a sitter, certainly, from the Combox's angle, but quickly taken for Ananda College. They've restarted. Oh, that's a good dummy, but loses the ball, fumbles it into touch.
Yes, lovely show and go from the number 12 for Anand College. That's Kaushal, but unfortunately just passes it into touch, and Richmond College with a line out, and they'll be hoping to restore that early momentum. Taking a look at the replay there, you see drawing both those defenders and executed a lovely dummy, but the ball just going out into touch. And with that, Anand man getting his hand on the ball before it went out, it will be a scrum to Anand College. Picked up by their number 8, and he's gained a few meters for his side. Touch finder from the number 12, Kaushal. Well collected. And now it's Anand with the momentum. They'll be looking to launch an attack here from inside Richmond's half. The number 5. Broken past a couple of tackles.
You're not sure what they're feeding those boys, but they seem plenty healthy. Getting some real yardage here, working the line, but the winger just unwise. Number 11 once more picking the ball up, trying to get a few more meters. Lots of acrobatics from the wings.
And winning a penalty for his side. So early doors, Arvin, clearly Anand College have that physical advantage over Richmond from what we've seen so far.
Absolutely. They look, at least in the early minutes of the game, really vitalized, and the energy is befitting a newly promoted side in the A division. But it's anyone's call whether they can keep this up for 80 minutes, and that is the real question here, Nathan.
Yes, Richmond College turning over that ball illegally. Of course, we know the ball has to be out of the back of the ruck before it can be turned over. But the Richmond defender just overly eager there, and it's a 5-meter line out now to Anand College. And they'll be fancying their chances to add a score.
Well set pod here. Can they breach that defense? Oh, they seem to be going all the way here. He's gone down. Well set. Halfback tells the Packs to get going here.
He's using his forwards to gain as much meters as possible, and they've gone over for the try. And it's Anand College. No surprises that have opened the scoring in this Premier Trophy clash. Won that penalty just on the 22. Took that 5-meter line out, and after working just through a couple of phases, they've managed to score a rather easy try, Arvin.
Absolutely, nothing flashy about it. Good call by the halfback to put the Packs to work here. Let's take a look at possibly who scored it.
Look at the replay there. It's one of their big men. If my eyes don't deceive me, it's the number 3, Dilshan, assisted by the flanker Kodituakku, that went over for that try. And now it's Athanayaka. The angle in his favor, lining up the conversion.
Oh no, missed by just a few inches. but Anand College have first blood on the board.
Yes, was about to say, Arvind, that the kick was good, but just some last minute deviation, taking it agonizingly away from the uprights for Attanayaka. But nonetheless, Anand drawing first blood, putting their physical advantage over Richmond to good use. And they'll be hoping they can carry on this momentum.
And here's then one with the restart. Throws it far. Fullback gets his hands on it and tries to kick it into touch. That one gets past everyone, and that's a good kick from the fullback.
That's a lovely touch finder there from Attanayak, just mere meters away from being a 50-22 kick as well. And from deep within his own half has brought play right to the edge of the 22 for Ananda College. And that's how you shift the momentum, Arvind.
Absolutely. Number 2 throwing it in. That's a quick work to the line. Center tries to take the men on.
Yes, Richmond winning a crucial line out, but don't think that kick was the best option there from their fly half, but nonetheless is won by one of his boys. However, it is a penalty and taken quickly by Richmond College as they approach the halfway line.
Yes, something I like about Richmond's brand of rugby is that they've been very fast-paced, ball turning over. However, their strategy working against them now. Anand back with the ball in hand. Let's see what they can do. Playing a good game of rush defense, but looks scattered here. This time, the Anandian packs don't have much luck breaching that wall. Working the line here with some good dummies. Gets to the winger. Looks for that offload, buddy, but sets the ruck just in time. Halfback picks it up and goes. The big number 7 going down. Halfback playing a very important role here.
Yes, now it's Ananda College on the edge of the 22. Lovely work there. And it's the number 7. Beating a couple of defenders, but has passed straight to the man from Richmond. And now they'll look to launch a counter-attack. It's a definite high tackle there by Ananda College to bring down the number 14 for Richmond.
Absolutely. Very desperate ploy by the Anandian defense, who were completely hoodwinked, and it was this wayward offload by the number 7 that really gave Richmond the advantage here. Good run by the lad in the number 14 jumper, and not really the best tackle here from Anand.
Yes, brought down illegally, but you could say, Arvind, that he had no choice there. It was a clear try scoring opportunity for Richmond College.
Absolutely. It's all well and good to pontificate from the con box, but when you're out in the field, it's very difficult to not make a harsh call when the situation calls for it. So good stuff from Anand.
Yes, a scrum to Anand just on the 40-meter mark. Would be interesting to see what happened of that penalty kick there, to understand why our referee has given that call. Of course, we don't have the privilege of the referee mic in this season so far. Some lovely handling from Ananda College, and they have a man on the outside, brought down close to touch. Does well to keep the ball within the playing area, and that's a forward pass.
Yeah, they were going so good, so well, weren't they? But this is something that they're gonna have to keep track of as they face bigger and tougher opposition as the season and the year goes on. You can't afford these basic rookie mistakes, especially so early in the game.
Yes, although the early honours have gone to Anand, as you correctly say, Arvind, we've seen quite a few silly errors from them so far, and against tough opposition, they're going to be quick to capitalize on stuff like this.
Absolutely. Richmond fly off, goes for the up and under. Fullback gets his hands on it from Ananda, and he returns in kind. Halfback tries to get his hands on that one, collects it, passes one defender, goes down for the second, throws the offload. He takes down quite a wall of defenders along with him. They would do well to get a quick start on them. Ananda have been known for their rush defense. Again, tries to crowd that defense. Ruck breaks down.
Forcing Richmond to move laterally are the boys from Maradana. Brilliant rush defense so far from them, and they've brought play within the 22 for Richmond College.
Absolutely. And physicality wise, Anand certainly look a step up from previous season.
Yes, the touch finder doesn't gain too much meters for Richmond, so the play within striking distance for Anand College, and they'll have another line out.
Still, you could say, Nathan, that this is the best that Richmond could do in that situation. They were on the verge of conceding a try, so this kick is very much a desperate measure for a desperate time here. Throw in from the Anand number 2.
Yes, interestingly, it's the number 8 in fact for Anand taking these throw-ins, as the number 2 breaks, and a lovely pass outside to the number 8. That's Vimala Surya, brought down about 10 meters or so behind the try line, using that physical advantage to full effect. And now within 7 meters or so, and they'll go to the line now. Will Anand College beating a couple of players? He's the number 13 to the fullback, and he'll touch down in the corner. And Attanayaka has added the second try for Anand, and it's looking all too easy for them.
Yeah, absolutely. If only we could get a replay of that passage of play. Certainly one of the most composed phases of rugby that we've seen all game. Just works the line beautifully. Gets past one defender and passes it on to Attanayaka, who evades that defender and cuts back in.
Yes, lovely work off the line out. In fact, Arvin, forwards brought play within the 22, and the backs, especially that man in the number 13, Chamudita, took 3 defenders out before spraying it out wide to Attanayaka, who touched down for what was probably one of the easiest tries he'll ever score.
Absolutely. Good synergy between the pack and the backs, and here's Attanayaka again with the opportunity to help his team. Again, wayward kick. Just that angle does not seem to be favoring him today.
Yes, typically you'd say the right footers will favor themselves from that angle, but it's 2 in 2 misses today for Attanayaka. But nonetheless, it's Anand College 2 scores to the good within the first 15 minutes. And if Richmond keep opening gaps like this in their defense, it's going to be a long afternoon for them.
Yeah, already you can see that the lads from down south look a bit tired. I won't blame them at all. It's all well and good to give lip here from the comm box, but it's a very, very sunny day, and it's very difficult to keep your levels up. But quick restart here. Again, kicked into touch.
Yes, this time the left-footed kick for Anand College, bringing play close to the halfway line. So nice tactical advantage there for Anand College. They've got left-footed and right-footed kickers in their back line, and I'm sure that is something that will work in their favor going forward.
Absolutely, gives you a lot of versatility, doesn't it? That's quite messy from Richmond, but they keep possession within their ranks here, trying to get to Ananda's backyard here desperately. Sprays it out wide, but very aggressive hit from the Anandian. Takes care of that passage of play. Good stuff here from Ananda, who have been a 10 out of 10 in the defensive front.
Yes, yet again, Arvin, that rush defense for Anand College coming to the fore. And that has won them yet another line out within Richmond's half. But yes, with that massive hit from the Ananda boy, the Richmond College player knocking the ball on. So it's a scrum. This time the kick, not much distance on it at all, and that's well collected by the number 11 from Ananda College.
Richmond seems to be taking quite some time to bring the defenders down, and it's Attanayaka again who has to cut short his foray towards the try line because it seems to be a forward pass.
Yes, yet again another forward pass from Ananda College. Taking a look at the replay there, yes, that's miles in front.
It tells you a story, doesn't it, Nathan? You can do so many things right, but those silly mistakes will cost you. And right now, they can say bye-bye to 5 points.
Yes, happened on 2 occasions so far in just the 17 minutes that we've had. And against the opposition like Richmond, you might not be punished for it, as that's another knock-on. But advantage being played in favor of Ananda College. And they brought play within their own half once again. This time though, the tackle is good from the Richmond lad.
Absolutely. Had an eagle eye on that centre. Just having a word before they depart.
Yes, but like I was saying, Arvin, against weak opposition, you might not be punished for it, but in the big leagues, it's going to be a problem for Anand if they keep up these errors, these silly errors, like the forward passes and the knock-ons.
Absolutely. And like you said, Nathan, something that comes to mind, that this is a good practice ground for them to iron out those rougher edges of their team. Here's the halfback passing it on. Centre cuts down, and it's Attanayaka again who picks the gap beautifully, puts the afterburners on, will go down right under the goal post here for Ananda College. Attanayaka has been magic and a revelation for the lads from Maradana.
Yes, that Ananda backline coming to the fore once again, just deceiving the Richmond defenders, and Attanayaka touches down for what is another easy try for him. Off your camera on the replay there, we saw Arvin off the break-in play, 2 or 3 runners making those decoy moves and really bamboozling the defenders for Richmond, and that just allowed Attanayaka to pierce that gap as he has added the extras as well.
Absolutely. There's so much context for that, Nathan. That just doesn't happen out of the blue. That shows you that Ananda College have been a well-drilled team, as they have been for several years now, and it goes to show that they well and truly have been deserving of their return to the top division after a long stay in the lower divisions.
Yes, showing that they are in fact a class apart, Arvin, in these first 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, good stuff from the boot, if not a slightly easy assignment for Attanayaka for right under the goal post. Made his job easier for himself with his brace, I believe. It's a quick restart here for Richmond. They'll be looking to score some points surely before the end of the first half. It's 20 minutes in now. Again, fullback really repeating the same strategy over and over. Richmond gets past a few defenders, takes down a few himself. Good stuff here. It's quickly taken by the number 8, trying to get past the defenders, but a lot of lateral action within hair's breadth of that 22. Number 11 tries to get past it.
Yes, Richmond too have had their moments so far, Arvin, but it's been mainly lateral, and that has been a problem for them. But they've won another penalty on the edge of the 22, and 17 points behind. You'd expect them to go for that 5-meter line out and try and add the 7 points. And after consulting their coach, that is what they'll do.
Yeah, absolutely. Good call here. 3 points is all well and good, but 17 is the deficit and they need to try and maximize those opportunities for point scoring. And a throw in from the line out would be their best call here.
Yes, and the way the boys in maroon are playing so far, Arvin, doesn't look like they'll commit too many errors like this, especially within their own 22. So it's important that Richmond College capitalize on such errors and add the scores in any way that they can. As the line out is well collected and they'll go to the line straight away. Here's the number 4 for Richmond College. Brought down after gaining a couple of meters.
Certainly took their time, didn't it, with that line out. Richmond College moving into the season would do well to really speed up the flow of things. Again, a lot of lateral action here. Plenty of pistons firing in the pack division, but not a lot of yardage covered to show for it. But they are within touching distance of the try line now. Packs being put to good use, lining up one by one for their chance to pick and carry.
Yes, that defense for Ananda College will really be put to the test now, with Richmond College lurking just on the edge of their 5-meter line as they won a penalty for an offside call, taken quickly by the prop forward, brought down inches short of the try line, and has he grounded it there, or his play held up, and the try is awarded. It's the big number 3 for Richmond College, goes over right under the uprights.
Good stuff here from the hefty lad. He's a big unit and he's done what's been asked of him.
Yes, the number 1 for Richmond College, pushing through 2 to 3 Anand. The defenders look like from our camera angle there that play was held up, but manages to get the ground in right in the end, and Richmond College have their first points on the board, and their number 14 will be fancying his chances at this relatively easy conversion. He has added the extras and that deficit is cut down to just the 10 points now.
Suddenly the game looks a lot more uneasy for both sides, and good stuff from the Richmond pack. Really 10 out of 10 on that front, really put them under the pump. That Anandian defense was sweating by the time that big hefty number 1 was coming in crashing through the gate.
Yes, that Ananda rush defense that has been brilliant so far in the first 20 minutes, breached this time around by that massive prop forward for Richmond College, and there was nothing that they could do about that once he had committed to that charge.
Absolutely. And right about now, Nathan, is where I would start asking some questions about the durability of these two outfits. It's all well and good to show out in the first 20 minutes or so, but rapidly gas can start to disappear from the tank after that passage of play, and right now is where the game will be decided. Richmond packs once again showing Ananda what they're made out of. Plenty of good yardage still within their own backyard, trying to get to that 50. It's going to be a very, very busy day for the Richmondites here.
As the ball is turned over by Ananda College. Once again, lovely work by their forwards. They look to work it wide. Just one man to beat, but that is excellently brought down into touch by the number 6 for Richmond College. And he surely saved some blushes for his side there.
Absolutely. Richmond College have been good and have been recuperating from that earlier salvo of points that were scored against him. Tries to work the line here. Defenders just marking the man beautifully, and the men in the middle, good stuff to really corral the winger into the sidelines. But it's a scrum.
Yes, from off that penalty advantage. But yes, Richmond forwards giving that message out to Ananda that they won't go out without a fight. As he's broken off the back of the scrum, has the number 8 for Ananda College. And the referee is quick to call play back. An infringement in the scrum from Ananda. Or Richmond, is it? Would be interesting to see a replay there.
Number 8 passes it on to the blindside winger, or rather the halfback, who passes it on to the man on the sideline. Oh no, I think that was the infringement. Yeah, then
Yes, if I'm not wrong, Arvin, the infringement was for breaking off the scrum early by the flanker. If, saw in that replay there that he was the one who made that tackle on the number 8. And of course, you can't do that. So Ananda off their penalty advantage now have won another line out.
yeah, petty mistakes here from Richmond could possibly cost them another try here in Ananda's favour. Almost 30 minutes gone in this first half. It's been packed to the brim with action. Anand holding on to that 10-point lead. Richmond have been brilliant in flashes, but nothing consistent so far. As for Anand, that rush defense has worked wonders with them, and Attanayaka has been leading the scoring and has been a revelation for the lads in maroon bands from Maradana. And this is all good stuff, and tougher opposition sides will be licking their lips, I think, to go up against this side.
Yes, although Ananda have been the dominant side so far, Arvin, as you correctly say, they have made their fair share of mistakes as well. As this time off the roll-in maul, Richmond defense not coming to the party at all, putting up absolutely no fight against that roll-in maul from Anand College, and they've gone over for their 4th try in just the first half.
Nathan, to be very honest with you, that looked more like a pod drill rather than a piece from an actual game.
Yes, and it was the number 5 for Anand College, that was Gunaratna.
Yeah, lots of easy tries for Anand College so far in the game without a lot of opposition, making the job tough for them. Ashara Senadira was the stout lad who got his hands on the ball. And suddenly the game grows that much tougher for Richmond.
Yes,
really.
You see Richmond defense not putting up absolutely zero fight against that roll-in maul, and as you said, look more like a training drill, that try for Anand College.
Yeah, subpar from Richmond, and it's 2 more points on the board, courtesy of Attanayaka, who has suddenly found his footing again as the kicker for Anand College. And it will be 24 points, if I'm not mistaken, to Richmond's 7.
Yes, on that occasion, in fact, Arvin, it was Chamudita in the number 13 jumper with that left boot. So, as we were discussing earlier, having both left-footed and right-footed kickers, good advantage for Anand College. Favorable angles for both of them on either side of the uprights, and they'll be fancying their chances to convert any kick that comes their way.
Absolutely. Richmond with the quick restart on the wings here, collected by the halfback.
The number 2 bumping past a couple of defenders, bringing play close to that halfway line. Turnover unsuccessful for Richmond College. And they look to go to the line once again. That's a grubbing kick from Chamudita, but just goes out of touch. But broad play close to the 22-yard line. So not all bad for Anand College.
Throw in for Richmond in their own backyard. Really not a situation that they would like to be in. pretty demanding deficit for them.
Yes, lovely work and the line out from Ananda College to spoil that throw for Richmond. And now he'll go to the number 5, Senadira, the try scorer, to Chamudita. Works it wide to the winger, number 14. And just knocks the ball on inches short of the try line, Arvin. And that's a chance gone begging for Ananda.
Over eager. If you could just take a look at that replay. Really good working here. Working the line here, and Attanayaka does the right thing. Just pass it a bit too early to the winger, but tries to put the afterburners on, and you can see that he's trying to keep the ball under him, but just overzealous there.
Yes, his greediness getting the better of him on that occasion. Arvin was a couple of inches away from touching down for the 5th try for Ananda College, and they've done well off the scrum here. Pushing Richmond back, and he's jumped on top of the ball, and that's the 5th try for Ananda College. This time from their prop forward, Dasanayaka. Lovely work in the scrum, and they've added their 5th try in just the first 35 minutes, and it's going to be a long afternoon for the boys from Galle.
Absolutely. And as for Ananda, they are practicing every move in the playbook here. Good stuff here from the forward to collapse onto the ball and get 5 points on the board. This goes to show the presence of mind, and I think it's the alternate kicker for Ananda.
It is Chamudita line up the extras with that favourable angle for the left footer. But it's looking all too easy for Ananda College so far, as that kick looks good, and he has added the extras.
It's 31-7. Dire straits for the lads from Galle, like you said, Nathan. And as for the lads from Maradana, it's going to be easy pickings. And it's already going to be all smiles when they go back into that locker room.
It's looking all too easy for the boys in maroon, Arvin. That pack strength for Richmond College simply not there in this first half, being pushed and shoved around all too easily by Ananda College.
Absolutely. And Nathan, just brings to mind the question that we asked earlier, around 10 minutes earlier. How well can these two sides hold up in an 80-minute game? Already Richmond look to be running out of gas, as that Anand pack seems to manhandle the Richmondite defense.
Yes, unfortunate knock on there from Randinu, the halfback. But yes, as you were saying, Arvin, we've seen plenty of sides step onto the park with a lot of eagerness, a lot of motivation, but not everyone can keep up that same momentum, keep up that same intensity across a 70-minute or an 80-minute match.
Absolutely.
And that is the key difference between the good sides and the great sides, as once again it's excellent work in the line out from Ananda College to turn over that scrum. And they'll go out wide to the number 14. Breaks a couple of tackles, gains important meters for his side.
Absolutely. That eagerness will have all the opposition coaches writing down their notes. This is not going to be an easy side to go up against Ananda College. They look to be ticking all the right boxes here. Collects a long cutout pass. Attanayaka working it into the wings. Number 17 steps back in, looking for his offload partner. 13 Chamudita again looking for that offload. Stumbles it just a few meters away from the try line. How unlucky for Ananda College, who were doing so well.
Yes, once again, brilliant line work from Ananda College after turning the ball over in that scrum. We saw again some good decoy runs, and Attanayak sprayed it out wide to his winger, that was Prabhu.
And Chamudita especially cut back inside and then outside to give the ball carrier some space, and acted as a support player. And just goes to show again, like we mentioned earlier, Nathan, that this Anand outfit looks to be very well drilled, and they know what their roles are. And as 35 minutes hits the clock, that will be half time for the game. Ananda College 31, Richmond College only 7 points to their name. Looks to be a very dominant showing from the home side here at Havelock Park as halftime rolls around.
This could have been well more than 31, Arvin. We saw at least 2 to 3 chances go a begging for Ananda College. If we're being realistic, they could have actually crossed that 50-point mark in the first half itself. But nonetheless, it has been total domination from Ananda College in this first half at Havelock Park. And as we head into the halftime break, it's 31-7. Join us again in 15 minutes for the second half action.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තුමි සර විහිදේ හික් එක සිත බැන්දා ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් දපේ
හිට් එක බදේ වටේ
හොටල් ස්පයිසි ගෙස් මාතේ රසේ ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆාම් තමයි.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil. Car Radials. The road is yours.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
එක පැත්තකින් වහගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
විහිළු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැඩකට සුපර්.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
පිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
There is a rhythm to island life, where a walk is a dance, where there is work-life flexibility, where fun is serious, and where songs rise out of the sea. The unique and amazing facets of island living inspire us.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak. Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තුමි සර විහිදේ හික් එක සිත බැන්දා ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් දපේ
හිට් එක බදේ වටේ
හොටල් ස්පයිසි ගෙස් මාතේ රසේ ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆාම් තමයි.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තියේ කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
පිත්තියට ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකෝ දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මා නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
දවසම refresh when the train එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
හරි.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
දවසම refresh when the train එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
හරි.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Are you okay?
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Superbond for tiling. Tokyo Superbond. Do it right the first time.
Welcome back, folks, to the Dialog Rugby knockout fixture between Ananda College and Richmond College. Of course, the lads from Galle have not had a good outing in the first half. 31-7 reads the scoreboard, and already you can see some weariness setting in from both sides. It's a 70-minute game, but nonetheless Anand have been composed so far. Silly mistakes, few and far between, but nonetheless there have been some. Of course, if there's anything to fix in that second half,
Just taking a look at the highlights of the broken play. It was the prop forward number 3 who went over for the first try, and after that it was the line. Chamudita sending the ball out wide to Attanayaka with 2 scores in that first half, and the Ananda line running some lovely decoy passes, lovely decoy runs, completely bamboozling the Richmond defense. That was the 3rd try for Ananda College.
And after this, the Richmond lads scored their first and only try. The big lad wearing the number 1 jumper going across the line to get 7 points on the board. But after that, it was a very easy pot piece from the line out throw for Ananda College, and after this it was all smiles for Ananda College here. The scrum really failing, and the lock forward coming in to score the fourth rather for Ananda College, and a few minutes here away from kickoff of the second half. Ananda College looking to consolidate their lead. They don't need to do too much here. Just play some good rush defense like they have throughout that first half. And here comes in the Richmond. It's the lads from Galle. Of course, they've been good in bits and pieces, but nothing concrete and solid so far to show for it. Except for that solitary try, their packs have been put to good use, but nothing substantial to show for it. It's a very tall climb they have in front of them. And joining me back in the comm box is Nathan Coggins. Good afternoon and welcome back to the game, Nathan.
Yes, good afternoon, Arvin. It's been a long 35 minutes for Richmond College Galle. Especially their forwards putting up absolutely zero fight against the physically gifted Ananda outfit.
Absolutely. Physicality wise, Ananda College look to be every bit the A division side that they claim to be. Of course, this is going to be relatively one of the easier sides that they'll be going up against this year, and it's going to be much tougher here, taken in the wings here. But good rush defense from Richmond, who have advanced a lot and seem to be putting the pressure on Ananda. Takes a few good defenders alongside with him, working the line here now.
Yes, once again a good decoy run there, allowing this, opening up the space for that runner from Anand, as the referee has blown for a foul for holding on, and Richmond College with an early penalty. And yes, like we were saying before kickoff as well, Arvin, this Premier Trophy will be a good opportunity for Ananda College to try and get some hands on some silverware before heading into the big leagues come the 6th of June.
Absolutely, and this is the time to iron out some creases, Nathan, certainly, because when they go up against tougher opposition such as Trinity College and St. Thomas's College, who will be gracing the park here in around 45 minutes to an hour's time for the President's Trophy fixture here at Havelock Park, they will have a much tougher time figuring things out. So this is a good time for them to iron out the creases, like we've been saying. Throw in for Richmond, very wayward pass.
Yes, and the collection was not clean from the number 8, just losing the ball forward there, and no damage done for Anand after conceding that early penalty. But as we've been discussing multiple times, that is not going to be the case against much tougher opposition to come as they move forward in this Dialog Schools rugby season.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the maroon halfback who will be calling the shots here. Feeds the ball in, number 9.
Yes, that is Randinu Attanayaka slotting into that first receiver position. Chamudita with that touch find. Well chased, but a tackle off the ball there by Richmond College, but collected well by the Anand runner. And now it's a foot race between the Anand runner and the boy from Richmond, but just losing the ball forward there. Again, agonizingly short of the try line for Anand College, and not for the first time today, Arvin.
Yeah, loss of composure when it matters the most, Nathan. That's cost Anand more than a few attempts at getting past that try line. Once again, Richmond doing the most to get out of danger. It's
yes,
a good...
would be interesting to see a replay of that phase in play there. It started with that tackle off the ball by the Richmond player, but the kick was well chased by Anand College, and he put in that grubber and won the foot race. Taking a look at the replay now. saw their tackle way too early.
Yeah, just a bit overzealous there, focusing on the wrong man, but the grubber was a good bit of composure. Ananda once again setting it up nicely for that maul. Halfback leading from the back here.
Yes, and Ananda College comfortably gaining some meters off that rolling maul, and they look like they'll touch down for their 6th try. And yes, Ananda College once again breezing past the Richmond forwards. This time it's their number 8. That's Vimala Surya touching down for yet another try to the boys in maroon. And just like in the first half, Ananda College very easily opening scoring in the second half as well. And from the looks of things, it's going to be another long 35 minutes for Richmond College.
Yeah, absolutely. We've spoken about this time and time again, Nathan. Physicality wise, Ananda College have Richmond dead to rights here. Very well set up. Richmond really not doing anything to put up a good defense from the pack, and really that try was written all over that passage of play for Ananda College. Another successful conversion or not.
Yes, Attanayaka hasn't had the best day of the tee, just making only the 1 conversion out of 4 attempts. But still, it's Ananda College now 37 points and 30 points to the good rather.
Yeah, he's had a good outing in the game so far, scoring a brace, but with the boot he's not been as successful, spoiling what would have otherwise been a pretty good game for Attanayaka. Richmond slightly slower to take this restart kick now. Of course, they're going to be running into some mental fatigue now. Been on the beaten end for so long, it's going to be tough to really get your engines behind you and put some pressure back on Ananda, who have been very good in the support play division. Takes down quite a few men with him working the line here. Those dummy movements are really good. Attanayaka giving some good support.
Yes, and what's interesting to note, Arvin, is despite that 36-point score by Anand, they could have been, it could have been much worse for Richmond College. Anand missing at least 3 to 4 chances, and all of them were within mere meters and on some occasions inches of the try line.
Absolutely, that grubber being the latest failed attempt.
Hello.
And not retreating 5 meters, the prop forward for Anand, as the fly half for Richmond College has broken away from a couple of tackles.
Yeah, good composure from certain individuals in the Richmondite camp, but as an outfit, they've not been too cohesive. The fly, oh no, number 15 has made a very costly error here. That fumble is a rudimentary mistake that you cannot afford to make at this level. The number 15, that was the fullback.
Yes, but interestingly, they are ricocheted off the hand of an Anand player. So, luckily for Richmond, it's a knock-on in favor of them.
Yeah, they've failed forward, haven't they? Just this once.
And now we have a very rare sighting of Richmond College within Anand's 22. But the last time they did make a visit to the 22, Arvin, they added their only try of the game. And they'll be hoping to spare some blushers and try and add a few more points to the score sheet in the second half.
Absolutely, Nathan. And rare visit is right. Again, those throw-ins have not been good from the hooker. Ananda rediscovering possession, trying to get going from the ruck itself. Works the line here. Halfback throwing it. Attanayaka passing it on, or rather going down
Yes, and it's another forward pass by that Ananda backline. And if we can be critical of one area of Ananda College, it's the passing, a forward pass, that cardinal error of a forward pass committed not for the first time today by the boys in maroon. And like you said, Arvind, that will be one of the rough edges that they'll have to iron out as they go further into this Dialog Schools Rugby League.
Absolutely. And that slight criticism here in this game will turn into a heavy lambasting when they go up against tougher oppositions, because make no mistake, those errors can cost you very dearly against more well-composed outfits. But Richmond doing their best not to buckle under the scrum here. They've not been too good.
Yes, it just hasn't been Richmond's day really, Arvind. And once again, losing the ball in the scrum. And that pod of Anandian forwards have done well to win another penalty, which Attanayaka will take just off the edge of the 22.
Absolutely, Nathan.
And that's a lovely touch find. Brins play just outside the halfway mark for his side.
Yeah, that's got some meters on it. And, something to note, Nathan, is that both these sides got off the bus just minutes before play started. And for Richmond, who I wager have had quite some travel time before this game, just goes to show that a lot of planning needs to go into a fixture. You can't just get out of the bus and fire on all pistons here. Again, throw in weak, recovered by Ananda College, whose line is not composed so far, but picks the gap beautifully. Ball carrier. Again, those gaps in the defenses being utilized efficiently by Ananda College. Good stuff here from the pack, who have salvaged that miscommunication.
It's a timeout called by the referee. And they'll have a word with the Anandian skipper here. I think a little too over-eager in that breakdown play. And this should be just a warning. But no, he's shown the yellow card to the number 2. That's Pereira for Ananda College. Yeah. And like we were saying, a little too over-eager in the breakdown play there. And he'll be sent to the sin bin for 10 minutes.
Yeah, harsh but fair from the referee. You can't allow the players on the field to be over-eager. And most the pity for Ananda. They're one man down. And Richmond, if anything, should be revitalized now. They have the advantage by numbers here.
Yes, would be interesting to see a replay of the breakdown that led to that yellow card. But yeah, Richmond will be licking their lips now, especially a man to the good. And I believe that infringement was for an off-the-ball tackle by Pereira on the Richmond fly half.
A good dive from the referee as well. Throw in again. Let's see if this one goes Richmond's way.
So, crooked throw this time by Richmond. And nothing going right for them so far. And Ananda College have won a scrum on that lateral 5-meter line for the crooked throw. Under the new laws of rugby, Arvin, of course, it's only a crooked throw if the throw-in is contested. And it was by Ananda College on that occasion. And they've won possession back.
Can we have the St. Thomas rugby team MIC to the head table?
Yeah, it's interesting to see that Anand College have never really been put under the pump so far this game, and it's interesting to see how they would compete in more testing conditions, which we will see as the league goes on. But so far, Attanayaka going in for possibly his third try, beating the defender. Absolutely no pushback from the Richmondites, and goes in easy as you would like for his third. Attanayaka and completes a really good outing for him.
Yes, completes the hat trick, does the fullback for Ananda College, Rehan Attanayaka. And we were just talking about how Richmond College have failed to put pressure on Ananda so far. And once again, allowing a free run off the scrum. Once again, looked more like a training drill, didn't it, Arvin?
Absolutely, Nathan. Just stole the words right out of my mouth. These are the sort of runs that you only see in a practice game in your home ground. Richmond not quite up to the task in the second half, and absolutely no pressure being applied for the Maroon Bands here.
Yes, and Attanayaka has converted his own try, and Ananda College now 7 tries to the good, and they are into the 40s.
Like we've been talking about, Nathan, this could have been a much worse outing for Richmond College if Ananda College were able to have their wits about them throughout every passage of play, and we could be well into the 60s if it weren't for those missed opportunities from Ananda College, who are already playing one man down, and still they managed to score 7 points, which should be very serious concerns for Richmond College. With a quick restart here, collected well enough, but takes a bit of time to settle. Good rush defense here from Richmond, but good ruck being set from Ananda, who works the line here. Attanayaka takes on a few defenders, rolls and gets back up. Covers around 10 meters before he goes down, looking for the support play. He's the lone man. Ruck breaks down, but recovered quickly by the Anandian, looking for the support play, but just over eager from the Maroon Bands, and not a lot of composure as the set piece fails. These are the rough patches that you have to iron out, Nathan.
Yes, definitely, Arvin. After all, Ananda College are now a Division 1 side, and it is only right that we criticize them as such. Of course, with all due respect to Richmond College, much weaker opposition, it might look all too easy for them, but these small errors that they commit in the breakdowns and of their line work, we've seen with the forward passes as well,
Absolutely.
as well as squandering those few chances right in front of the try line.
Absolutely. There was an opportunity for an interception for a much tougher side, and could have been a try conceded off of that missed offload, but it's a good touch finder from Attanayaka. Gains a lot of meters, and once again the pump is against Richmond, who really have failed to put their mark on the game so far.
Yes, that 3 hour or so drive for Richmond looks to have taken its toll on them. You could call it jet lag, or rather bus lag.
Right you are, Nathan, and you really can't dismiss the level of fatigue that a lot of travel time can have on you. Again, just a very, very easy pod setup. Referees,
yes, but that line out was taken when without the presence of the referee, who has stopped the clock now. Just going over to the fringes to have a word with his assistants. So a small hold up in play now. Just having a word with the 4th official there. Think the dispute is over substitution for Richmond College, but now things have been sorted, and we should be okay to continue play of this line out. But yes, just off your camera there. One of the players for Richmond College, the number 18. That is De Silva. Has gone down. And he's limping off the pitch. And it's lovely to see that he is at least on his feet after his injury there. Whether you are in a maroon or a white and blue jumper, you do not want to see one of your counterparts being carried off the field of play.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hope it's not the season for him.
Yes, looks to have hurt his knee on that occasion, has De Silva for Richmond College. But the replacement has been done, and we should be good to go in the next few moments or so. So yes, replacements aside, it's Ananda College with the line out within Richmond's half. And if what we've seen so far is anything to go by, we can anticipate another well-worked move for them, Arvin.
Absolutely. And with the defense being found very lacking from Richmond College, and with one of their number being taken off the field, this should serve as a boon for Ananda College, who have a throw-in just a few meters away from that 22 line. Dead straight, collected in the deep, and it's a well-set pod. Good set piece. I think it's the number 4 or the number 5 who has hands on the ball. It's the number 4, and breaks away the halfback towards the winger, who crosses the 22 line. Again, the Packs just getting their hands on the ball and getting a few meters before they work the line here possibly, and they do. Picks the gap beautifully.
Chamudita taking 4 defenders with him as he steps past that Richmond College line. Works it wide to Attanayaka, puts in the grubber. And it's a foot race before the ball goes out of play, but that's a brilliantly dived on by the winger for Ananda College, and they at their 8th try of this encounter. And it's the number 11 for them, Prabhu. Attanayaka sends the run, and like we've been speaking about, Arvin, good synergy shown by the Ananda backline. And Jeshan Prabhu spotted that grubber well and has dived on top of the ball to add the 8th try for his side.
Absolutely, so unselfish from Attanayaka to put the grubber, and so much trust in that winger. Prabhu did so well to put the afterburners on and get after that. A lesser winger would have let that one go, but not him.
Yes, had 3 defenders committed to him, Attanayaka, so he couldn't make that run that he would have liked. And he did the right thing, as you correctly said, unselfish play by the fullback. And now it's Chamudita lining up his left foot to add the extras, and they are successful. So Chamudita's perfect day with the boot continues, and Anand have breached that 50-point mark, Arvin.
Yeah, they've not been a perfect unit, Ananda College, but they have been a well-oiled one. And so far, they've stuck to their strengths. Just really dynamic play, and that kicker combination have been talismanic for Ananda College. Chamudita and Attanayaka leading the backs with some good synergy. And Richmond College will not be too happy about being forced into the halfway mark so soon after their previous restart. Less than 5 minutes have passed, with just around 15 minutes more play left.
Yes, with as you said, just 15 minutes or so of play to play remaining in this encounter. Could Ananda College match their score from last season against the same opposition? As we were discussing before kickoff, it was a 76-18 pounding, as they won another penalty within Richmond College's 22.
Just shoddy work from Richmond College. I don't think it's too harsh to say that at this point in the game. 55 minutes gone. We've not seen one phase of dominant or even competent play from them. Of course, they've got a host of factors working against them, but the scoreline does not care about excuses, sadly.
Yes, Richmond College have visited Ananda's 22 on just the 2 occasions. Arvin, we are able to count that on just our one hand. And one of them has resulted in a try, but those dominant phases for Richmond have just been too few and far between, as Chamudita on that occasion just miscues the pass once again, and not for the first time today. It's a forward pass by Ananda College, just awarding a scrum to Richmond.
Yeah, it's been a game of 2 lesser evils, hasn't it? Ananda certainly have not been competent with their passing game, and leaves so much to be desired, and tarnishes what is an otherwise good outfit, I would say, that is able to put up a fight in the A division.
Yes, definitely. Not just the fans for Ananda College, I'm sure a few of the coaching staff and the players from the big leagues will be watching on eagerly as well, to try and make a note of how this Anand outfit operate, as one of the flankers appears to have broken off the scrum a little too early.
Yes, the second time that this has happened this game. Just composure, few and far between from both sides at times of this game. That's laid high but collected in the wing, tries to show and go Chamudita, but gets stuck between a wall of defenders here.
There's an obstruction there called by the referee. And as we were discussing, Arvin, if we are to be critical of this Anand outfit, it's been A, their composure, and B, their handling in the line that has been their 2 rough edges, I would say.
Absolutely. You can't just count on 2 or 3 individuals to get game across the line. All 15 players on the field have to be composed, like you said, Nathan. Like they were in the first 20 minutes of the game. Their rush defense was a thing of beauty, but it's mostly been a case of Richmond being subpar rather than Anand being all out, the better team on the field.
Yes, but as we've said numerous times so far, this is a good opportunity for them to identify those rough edges and flatten them out in the Premier Trophy before moving forward to segment A of the Dialog Schools Rugby League, as that kick is miscued by Richmond College. Again, no one wanting to collect that high ball there, but eventually collected by the winger, and possession is turned over, but not legally, says the referee. And Ananda College win yet another penalty.
I think he will go for the touch finder. Chamudita. Yeah, that's got some meters on it.
Yes, brilliant play inside that 40-meter mark of Richmond College. And the Ananda line once again will be licking their lips, Arvin. Just 11 minutes to go, and they'll be looking to give it their best effort. Try and add as many extra points as possible, as the replacements have come in as well for Ananda College. Throw in to be taken by the replacement hooker Denet Dilshan in the number 16 jumper.
Again, that pod is allowed to set themselves up way too easily by Richmond College. This is one of their weaknesses. They allow the opposition side to make their set piece way too easily. Can't happen that way. You have to try and break that momentum. They're building up from the beginning of that phase. Quick kick taken by the Richmondite player.
Yes, luckily for Richmond there, Ananda just committing that foul in the infringement.
10 yards back.
But yes, looking all too easy for Ananda College. their forwards able to seamlessly work through the phases and not really put to any test in a physical aspect, at least by Richmond College.
Absolutely. I think both sides just trying to play out the clock here now. I don't think Anand College will be too hungry for any more tries, and Richmond College will be looking to go into that dugout soon enough, because it has been a tiring, humid, warm day, and it just hasn't been their day, like you mentioned earlier, Nathan. Throw in, tons of pressure here, bit better, but again the throw-ins have not been working in the Richmondites' favour.
But that time again Anand a little over eager to spoil that line out from Richmond College, and has resulted in a loss forward for them. So it's a scrum to Richmond College as the Anand coaching staff continue to bring in the replacements, this time in the lock combination. So this last 10 to 15 minutes for Anand College, a good chance to test their bench strength as well. And we were talking about endurance across 70 minutes. That's another factor that is important when competing in the big leagues, Arvind, is your bench strength.
Absolutely, because you can win a game with your starting 15, but you can't expect to go deep into the league without a good squad, and your bench will certainly be tested once the league segment starts. And that's a good kick from the fly-off for Richmond College, and it is going to be another throw-in.
Yes, Richmond College just outside Anand's 22. Three-man line-out, won by Richmond College, but slow work off the back of the line-out, and again that rush defense for Ananda College come into the fore and just not allowing Richmond even within their own 22.
Here we go, oh no, you can't make just loss of composure there from the side from Galle. Just at a loss of words. Yeah, that's not something you should expect to see in a game of rugby past the under 16 level.
Yes, with all due respect to the Galle boys, that's some sloppy rugby there.
Absolutely.
But they were playing under penalty advantage, and now Richmond College will have a line out within Anand's 22 meters, and for the third time in 63 minutes.
Yep, and they failed upwards again here through an infringement of their own. They've gotten themselves an opportunity to save themselves from an absolute drubbing here. Oh no. Loss of composure here at the death for the Richmondites.
Yes, good work by the replacement front rower for Anand in the number 32 jumper. That's Tantirige, just with a massive hit on his Richmond counterpart, and that has resulted in another scrum in favor of Anand College. Take a look at that again.
Yeah, Tantirige, it's important to recognize that when you're coming off the bench, you have limited minutes, so you want to make as much of an impact on the game as possible, and certainly he's succeeded in getting his name out there.
Yes, this time Richmond College just turning in the scrum, and as we know, it is illegal for the scrum to move laterally like that, and another penalty to be taken by Chamudita, and he appears to have hurt himself in the process. He has looked one of the pick of the players for Anand College, and he'll be looking to get back on his feet quickly. Take a look there. Just looks like a bit of cramp, doesn't it, Arvind?
Yeah, it does. It's no easy feat to spend 70 minutes out in the field there, especially when you're playing the full segment of the game without being taken off. so some cramp is to be expected. It's a throw-in for Ananda College, who go in deep, well collected, and they are looking to work the line here. The big center in the middle takes the hit. Again, trying to work the line here. Bench players coming into the fore now, trying to gain a bit of room before they go for that touch finder, hopefully. But they do seem to be making a lot of progress, almost just a few meters away from the halfway mark.
Yes,
they were in their own 22 as well.
Yes, something else that's lovely to see, Arvin, is the amount of support that Ananda have in the breakdown. You see at least 3 to 4 players as the number 11 looks to break past that last line of defense for Richmond College, but that's a vital tackle by their number 5 on that occasion, but it's still them with the ball to the number 18. He too is brought down within Richmond's 22 meters. And some sloppy handling there. But referee has blown for a line offside, so Anand still with possession.
That will not be a try for Ananda College, even though they have gone past the whitewash. It's 10 meters back for the Richmondites, and it's probably going to be the last try of the game for Ananda College. 67 minutes on our clock, just a few minutes left.
Yes, and with just 3 to 4 minutes left on our clock, Arvin, it's time for us to pick our Swiss Tech player of the match from this encounter. I thought Chamudita in that number 13 jumper for Ananda College has been excellent, even though he hasn't found himself on the score sheet today. He's been brilliant with his work in the line, made quite a few decoy runs and good passes, as we see.
Absolutely, and he has been very successful with the boot as well, even though his counterpart wearing the number 15 jumper, Attanayaka, has a claim himself. He scored a hat-trick, but was not composed throughout the 70 minutes, so he misses out narrowly, I think. I'm inclined to agree with your assessment that Chamudita deserves that POTM mark.
Yes, as Anand just on the 5-meter line here of Richmond College, inches short of the try line now are the boys in maroon. The number 4 picks up right under the post, and he's gone. Has he gone over? No, just short of the try line, but he has the replacement front row going round the post, and the ball is held up there. So with just 2 minutes left on the clock, the Richmond defense has finally found their feet. Arvin.
Yeah, this was what was lacking all throughout the game from Richmond College. Just that fire underneath their legs seems to have started a bit too late for the lads from Galle.
Yes, but Ananda were playing under advantage, so they still have possession of the ball and still have a chance to add one more try. But yes, coming back to that Swiss Tech player of the match conversation, it's none other than WHD Chamudita in the number 13 jumper for Ananda College. He's been brilliant with his line work, ran a few lovely decoy runs, made some good passes, made some good dummies as well. And I would say he's unfortunate to not find himself on the score sheet today.
Yeah, that's true, but then he played such a supporting role in the hat-trick that Attanayaka scored as well, providing that backline composure that Anand was missing for certain segments throughout the game. Almost 70 minutes on our clock. It's bound to be a couple of minutes extra on the referee's clock.
Yes, there was that little break in play for that injury for Richmond College. So yes, another couple of minutes left to play here at Havelock Park, and off your screen the boys from Kandy and the boys from Mount Lavinia just going through their warm-ups ahead of the President's Trophy clash to come with kickoff live at 4 p.m.
Yeah, that one's going to be a thriller, isn't it, Nathan? And on the other side of town, not too far away, at the Singali Sports Club grounds, the Chopit one day taking place. So hectic day of sports for all you fans out there. Richmond finding some ground to cover in the last bits. Number 14 scoring a try at the death, and the Ananda machine does not stop. That is HWV Henuka, who makes his own dent in the game in the deck at the last possible second at the 11th hour. Good work, young man. That
so Vimat Nenuka diving over for his first try of the game. I thought the winger, he has played quite well as well today.
Like we were talking about, Nathan, good synergy at the back. Number 13, man of the match. Number 14, scoring a try at the death. Number 15, with 3 tries to his name. And the college can count on these 3 boys to take them far into the league, hopefully.
And off your camera, Ananda have taken too much time with their conversion, so ball is turned over to Richmond College. They're looking to make a rather enterprising run, but more in hope, more than anything else.
Yeah, Richmond have to play for pride at this point in time. It's Ananda's game, clearly. And right now, we are finding that last bit of energy being injected as the bench is finding the strength between their legs, and try off the bench. Bit of showboating at the end, but well deserved. It's number 24, Pramil, who scores yet another and takes Ananda to 60 points apiece in this game. And the lads in maroon have made an absolute butchery of the lads from Galle. It's not going to be a pretty ride back home to Galle for the lads in the red, white and blue.
Just taking a look at the replay there. The number 23 just making that lovely pass to his teammate Pramil in the number 24 jumper. And once again, absolutely no fight put up by the Richmond College defense. And as the extras have been added, the referee has blown for full time here at Havelock Park. And it is I beg your pardon, Ananda College 57 to Richmond College's 7 points. And it has been a rather comfortable victory for them. We see there Chamudita just adding the extras there after that try off the bench. And it has been an absolute hammering of the boys from Galle, as Ananda College looking like one of the favourite teams to go all the way in this Premier Trophy. And I'm sure a lot of the big boys as well will be keeping an eye out for this side from Maradana.
Speaking of the big boys, they are set to do battle in not too soon a time period from now, when the lads from the school by the sea, St. Thomas's, will take on the Lions of the Hill Country, Trinity College, right here at Havi's.
Yes. We'll take a look at the highlights from this second half. So it was Ananda College opening the score in the second half as well. A brilliant run by Attanayaka as he dived over for his hat-trick. I thought that was a try of the match for me.
Absolutely.
Allowed a free run right from the halfway line. He added the extras himself. And one of Ananda's strengths really has been that double-footed kicking combination, as some brilliant playmaking work from Attanayaka on that occasion. Chamudita managed to add the extras. That was Ananda's second try. And just before the close of play, closing, just adding 2 more tries, courtesy their number 14 Henuka and the number 24 Pramil, who were put under absolutely no threat by the Richmond College defense. And those 4 tries in the second half have sealed what is a comfortable victory for Ananda College, as they bow in front of their fans. Sure, a lot of parents, well-wishers and friends of these boys must be watching on quite eagerly.
Absolutely.
As they make a return to the big leagues after 17 long years.
Absolutely. And it's all to play for Ananda College. Here are the key stats from this fixture. 57 for 7. An absolute drubbing. 9 tries to Richmond's 1. They managed to convert that singular try, but Ananda College were able to convert 6 of theirs as well. No penalties, no drop goals, and the NDB Bank player of the match, Denat Chamudita from Ananda College, has well-deservedly won that title, and absolute butchering here at the hands of Richmond College.
Yes, Chamudita was brilliant in that number 13 jumper. As we take a look at the upcoming fixtures from the second week of the Dialog School's rugby season. So tomorrow we have 2 more Premier Trophy encounters. That is St. Benedict's College taking on Asoka College, and the Prince of Wales taking on Carey College from Havelock Park and the Royal Complex. And in the big leagues, the President's Trophy, we have the Royalists taking on DSA Nayaka, who will be licking their lips after a rather weak showing from Royal College in their pre-quarter final. And game of the week for me, Isipatana College taking on Wesley College at the Royal Complex. All coverage brought to you live on none other than Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. And as we bring to a close this encounter in the Premier Trophy, this is myself, Nathan Coggins, and Arvin Abedira signing off on behalf of the Papare production and technical team. We'll catch you again in 15 minutes for the St. Thomas's and Trinity clash. Stay tuned.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තුමි සරවි හිතේ හික් එක සිත බැඳා ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් දපේ
හිට් එක බදේ වටේ
හොටල් ස්පයිසි කැස් මාතේ රසේ ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆාම් තමයි.
Car Radials. The road is yours.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි Maliban lemon puff puff lemon puff Maliban lemon puff Maliban lemon puff chill when lemon
වහගෙන ඉඳි තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
විහිළු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැඩකට සුපර්. Our mountains are majestic. They can be life-giving. Some are even sacred, and their heights bear marks of our heritage. Our mountains elevate us. To us, they are ever inspiring.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
එක පැත්තකින් වහගෙන ඉඳි තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ.
Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
ලස්සන පල්ලෝකේ කොත්තු මිසර විහිදේ හික් එක සිත බැඳා මාතේ ෆයිනල් ෆැෂන් අපේ
හීට් එක බදේ වටේ
hot and spicy guess මාතේ රසේ ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆන් තමයි.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
පිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
රුපියල් 50 මැලිබන් සේවරි පොඩ්ඩෝ එක මැච් එකට සෙට් වෙන්න.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ.
Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
මේ තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
දවසම refresh වෙන්න train එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
හරි.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
මේ තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
සමහර බැඳීම් ජීවිත කාලයටමයි. නිපොන් සිමෙන්ති